Hmm. Ugh. Rafi, do you want me to give you some extra time?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Good game.
Okay, so Rafi, this was the Benoni opening, you know, probably, right?
It was a what opening? Say that again?
Benoni.
Yeah. I played this so wrong. So many mistakes here. Like,
So first
just
and important, white should not allow black to play pawn b5.
right. Yeah, I knew it was going wrong the moment I realized that I'm putting my bishop on g2, but I have a pawn on d5. And your bishop is on this amazing diagonal. Everything was messed up in this game for me. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. Starting from when you played c5, I think from that point forward, I had no idea what I was doing, and the game was not in my control.
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, because this standing is a bit passive for white. Better, it's always better to put the knight on f3.
Here, I don't think I should have pushed. Pushing, I think, is a mistake, right? Because my bishop is going to go on g2. I've already committed g3.
Before, right? Yeah. As I remember, whenever you have the bishop, you develop I mean, you don't push e4 anymore.
Right.
You play knight f3, castle, castle, as I remember, then bishop f4.
You would have played this, right?
One. Sorry?
You would have played bishop b7, e7, right?
I would play pawn a6 first, because this is the line. The idea is b5, b4. But you probably move a4. I play 97, the idea is rook e8 95. There are different ideas for black. Then there's rook b8 b5 idea. And because your bishop is not on this diagonal, it's a bit hard for white to stop b5.
Well, after knight f3, you said you play a6 next?
Yeah,
Yep.
well, first I would probably castle. And then a6. a4.
Where's your bishop going?
This one?
Right now it's your turn. I play knight f3 instead. So what would you have done?
Oh, don't you see my screen?
Oh, you're sharing your screen. Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so knight f3, castle, castle, whether rook e8.
Wait, go back, all the way back, all the way back. I'm saying that from d5, I should not have pushed the d5 pawn at all.
Oh, d5, you say.
Yeah, over here. I don't think I should have played that.
Well, d5, I think, is the main line here, which goes to Benoni, but you say to move knight f3. Well, if knight f3, I'll probably take, move knight c6.
Go back again instead of knight f3. Maybe I should just play e3.
So, which one?
E3, E3.
If e3, I think I move. Probably I will just take 5. Probably just 1 minute, 1 second.
Okay. Ugh.
I'm back, sorry.
Okay.
So, yeah, in this case, I would probably take on d4 and then I play d5.
Yeah, this is still significantly better than what happened in the game for sure.
Yeah, well, you probably, because you're saying this because you don't know, you do not know how to play against Benoni. Otherwise, white is fine here. Knight f3 is the main line here, and not pawn e4. Okay, because when white develops, let's start from here. When white develops knight c3, c5, and when white develops bishop from this way, white is a tempo ahead, let's say, because when you are developing your bishop with fianchetto, it takes more time, right? So in this case, white is ready to just play e4, put bishop on d3, then rook e1, also a4 to stop b5.
Okay,
But
but in
when
my line, I already played g3 because I don't want you to play b6 and Fianchetto your bishop. That's why I played g3 early on. Because I don't know if you're gonna play Nimzo.
I see.
Go back. So here, so after, okay, this in this position, right? How do I know if you're gonna play? So let's just say I play knight c3. You don't have to commit to the Benoni anymore now. You can now play bishop b4. I don't want to go into a Nimzo. So if I play knight f3, then you can play b6 and you can Fianchetto your bishop. So that's why I played g3 to stop that.
Okay. Yeah,
But
but still for b6 is not the big issue, right? You can play against it as well. You said I c3 here?
then I'm falling for the Nimzo.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna play bishop b4. I don't want to go into this setup at all
Okay.
because it kind of plays into black's hands if they're gonna play the Nimzo. Nimzo players love being able to play
Uh,
it. But so basically here, okay, so you're saying this is not good for me, right? Already.
no. I say e4 is not good for you. Otherwise, this position is absolutely fine for white.
Just the fact that a natural move like e4 and stuff is losing for me, as you saw, it tells me something is not right about this opening. Why did I lose without any kind of fight in this game? Playing normal moves. Do you think e4 is a very bad move? Like, principally, I'm taking control of the center, right?
So I think e4 is a mistake because white has no time for it. So it's better to move knight
Mm.
f3 first and prepare for pawn e4 if you want.
Ah, okay. So it was too early.
Yeah. Also, whenever you push pawn e4, black has b5 option, which I played. That means that
Mm.
you can't control b5 because you're protecting your pawn on
Yeah, I
e4.
considered just taking on b5, honestly, but I just didn't want to give up such a nice center pawn for such a stupid pawn on b5, you know? But I think that would have been better than what I did in the game, for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because
There's
after c2 you give a lot too much initiative.
everything, the whole queen side was yours after that. Every one of my pieces was misplaced after that. Nothing. Like queen c2 was almost a losing move, I feel like.
Oh, let's check. Knight b5, 94. And you could take it back or develop a bishop,
Mhm.
maybe to attack d6 pawn.
Sure. Can you play bishop b2 here? Probably not.
Mm.
Yeah, this is probably too much activity for no reason. I don't think b2 pawn was
Uh-huh. Yeah, I agree.
anything. So black will just play a6, maybe. Although after a6, I can take on e4, you take on b5. No, after a6, I can also, if I take on e4, maybe there's rook e4.
If bishop b4, I think I take on b5 first.
Yeah, that's probably good for you.
We go back and play bishop f5. 197.
I'm not, as white, I don't feel comfortable in this at all because look at the pressure I have on the b file that you have on the b file. Like that was
Yeah,
not going to be comfortable the whole game. So I've got to figure out a way to avoid all this. Like this game is so much easier for black to play than white. You have constant pressure on the b file, right? All you have to do is just get the knight out on d7 or something, put the rook on b5, and you're going to constantly put pressure. I can't even ever play knight b5 now to block that whole b file. Like I can't play this in a Benko style of playing like a4, knight b4, blocking everything, you know? a4, knight b5. So I think we need to find some way for me to play this so that black doesn't get all this activity. Like way back in the beginning. I don't want to enter this whole situation at all.
I agree. For example, I feel good of whenever I play Black Benoni because I think there is a lot of trick ideas and initiative for Black, but objectively, White has better position than Black.
I don't care what is objectively it is. Why that means nothing. If I don't feel comfortable in the position, then it's not a good position for me, right?
Um, well, yeah, that's for you, but objectively, position is good.
Okay, so here, like, you're saying white is better in this position?
Well, here I'm not sure. No, here Black should be fine. No, it's still slightly for White, but it's harder to play for White
Yeah,
because
it's very
they,
hard.
White need to find the really good moves.
I don't even know what would be my idea here. What would be my next 5, 6 moves? What would I do here? Like I can't trade off the g7 bishop easily. I can't make any progress on the queen side. I can't really improve any of my pieces. I don't, it's not to my advantage to trade anything, nor can I trade anything. What would I do? Take on d4, trade everything off? Like what is my goal here? Very difficult for white to come up with any kind
And
of
it
like
is.
plan, right?
It is, yeah. There is, I think, move 24, which is typical move here. Bishop takes, knight is second. Let's see if knight takes, and now g4 is protected. Bishop can't go to d7, d6 is ending. If bishop goes away, then you have 94. So if black makes a mistake, white also has good play. What do you think when black needs to move here?
I'm not sure. But black did not have to play this though. What was the last move he played? He didn't have to play bishop f5. Maybe this position is okay for black. Or sorry, for white. After this bishop f5, it's looks like it's okay because g4 is hard to meet.
I think it should be g5 here.
This is crazy position and not my style at all. I would not enjoy this game at all.
Oh yeah, you don't like
No,
tactical positions, right?
right. This is just so pieces are so unconsolidated and stuff all over the board. Craziness. I try to avoid these kind of lines usually. And I'm not saying I want to play super passive, boring chess all the time, but I don't feel comfortable in this at all, like for some reason. I feel like I don't want to allow this bishop on this long diagonal like that. I think d5 is not a move that I would play. I think we should stop at d5 and try to find better moves. Like that more fit my style, you know? Do you see what I'm saying? Like instead of allowing this open
Try
bishop
to
to
avoid,
d7.
yeah, then you should try to avoid this.
So how can I play this without pushing the d5 pawn? Yeah, over here.
Alternatives are.
Can we see the opening book? What are people are playing?
Oh, how can I check it from here, right?
Yeah, that book, yeah. Nothing.
I don't know, I think it's searching for
Oh, click the one that says
masters.
click the one that says masters, yeah.
So
And what is
d5,
playing d5?
d takes d5 has, no, it's just knight. Yeah, d5 and knight after, these two are the main lines, but d5 probably is better.
Hmm. Okay, so nobody's playing these other moves like e3. That's crazy. Like everybody's playing d5 in this position. That's
Yeah.
wild. So if this is the case, then maybe I need to rethink my g3. Go all the way back.
Yeah. Well, here knight f3 is the right move. Castle, castle.
I still don't like this position for some reason. Just the fact that he has this completely you know, obstructed bishop on g7. I think this is gonna be a very difficult position for me the whole game. And f5 is such a good diagonal for the other bishop. Can we go all the way back to before I played g3? Hello? Yeah.
So,
So take that g3 back. Yeah. Okay. So let's say I start with knight f3. Does this still happen?
sure, yeah. C5 can be still happen for white,
Okay,
but
but now now I haven't committed g3, so now I can play e3.
yeah, you can avoid now the penalty winning.
So this is much better in my opinion. Now I feel much more comfortable.
Yeah.
No, it's just normal game, right? Eventually I'll get the bishop out on b2 or something. Play the other bishop to e2, d3, castle. Then try to slowly play the position. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now. Um, yeah, something like that. Well, I wouldn't even allow all that. I might just simply take on d5, but sure, this is fine.
Time for bishop e2, both are good.
Yeah, I would be okay giving black equality if he gets it. That's fine. I just need to get my pieces out. I think this sort of scenario would be okay for me. I don't think I would have too many problems. Like, Bishop can even go to e2, right? If you push c4 ever, I'm sure I can stop all that push with like a4, b3, stuff like that, right? And if you ever play c4, maybe I can get an e4 at some point, potentially. I don't know if I can do it, but
So when I move here, should be e2 or bishop b5?
I would probably play e2. What is the point of bishop b5?
Spinning the knight.
After a6? If he just directly plays a6, then what? I will take the knight?
I think you take, yeah, knight e5 or queen a4 is the move. Wait,
Wow.
just first castle. I think it's about playing against the hanging pawns.
Trade pieces, basically. White will try to trade pieces.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay, this is doable. I can play this position. This feels much more comfortable. Like at least I have something to play against and for, right? Now I have this idea of attacking the c6 compared to the previous scenario that we were looking at the Benko with the bishop g7 stuff. White didn't have any plans at all. What was my plan? Now go back again. So basically now if g3, if I start with that f3 and he plays b6, it's not that bad for me, right?
b6 here.
Yeah, play that right away. I think I'm
So
okay with that.
first now you can move g3.
Right. I don't think it's that big of a problem. See, I came up with this line with g3 right away with Anwesh, and he was basically saying, that's the whole idea, is to stop black from playing b6, bishop b7. But I don't know if we ever covered this Benoni stuff like this. Like what happened just now, I feel like it was just disaster. Like I don't want to go into that scenario at all. I would rather just let black play bishop b7. That's fine. Because it's not the end of the world, right? He got a fianchetto bishop, I got one too. That's fine.
Yeah.
What's the problem? But these kind
Yeah,
of
you
positions,
can start
black
with
definitely, white doesn't have any advantage for sure. That much I know. Black has already pretty much equalized, I feel like. He got his bishop perfectly out of the dark square bishop. Light square bishop has plenty of spaces. E7 is good. Both bishops are good. E4 is in his control. He will soon play knight e4 and f5, right? Everything is going well for black. That's the problem with it, I think, maybe.
Oh yeah, you can play start with knight f3, and in this case you avoid the Benoni, and if black start with c5, then you can move pawn e3.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the game quickly. There is something we are missing. So here taking on b5 would be better choice.
Yeah.
That's too passive for white.
After b5 and b3, sorry, b4, there was nothing in the position. I was already lost. I knew I was losing, completely lost after b4.
Yeah, a4 I think is another mistake. It would be better to develop the rook and develop the bishop, and play for to play defensive chess for some time.
Yeah.
Okay, Rafi, any question about the game?
No. I know my mistakes. Main
Okay.
thing is I got led into an opening that I don't feel comfortable in, basically. And I just like collapsed.
So what do you prefer to do, some tactical or positional exercises?
We could do some tactics. Excuse me.
Okay. We'll warm up, let's say, white to move.
Rook G7, King G7, Queen D4, Queen D4, 96. I'm gonna pick up the queen and I got an extra piece, right? I'm getting queen, knight, bishop, pawn, and I'm giving up rook and queen only.
All right, so now I have two pieces in the pawn for a rook, which is very good trade. White to move.
Oh. Oh. This one is hard. So many possibilities.
What do you think right here?
I'm trying to make rook G7 work.
But
Rook
this
G7.
exercise is about to win material or checkmate.
I don't know. Rook G7, King G7, Queen G3, King H8. Then Bishop H6. Rook G8.
So Rook G7, you think about the first move?
Yeah, so I'm calculating. Rook G7, King G7, Queen G3, King H8. Bishop
And
H6, Rook G8. Then what?
and nothing. Even Bishop F6 black has.
Yeah.
The first move is a bit tricky. So it's about double attack. It's not only about the king side.
Mm. I don't know. I was looking to B4 for a while. I looked at knight D5, knight D5 doesn't work. Queen E1 is there first. If I play B4 first, Bishop B4, then does that make any difference? Then Rook G7, King G7, Queen G3, King H8, Bishop H6, Rook G8. Still nothing, right?
Sorry, Rafi, which move you think about?
I was calculating B4. Like, if does that make any difference after?
Okay, Rafi, I will tell you the solution. Okay,
Sure.
this is Bishop C7. So just pinning rook and the queen, and rook takes. And if rook takes, what do you move?
Queen E5.
Yeah, attacking checkmate and the rook. So winning exchange.
Wow.
That's a beautiful move. And shows us how important is looking at the whole board of chess and not like half side, king side, or queen side. You need to
I did see
control
this move
both.
Bishop C7, but I did not consider the fact that could follow it up with the queen d5
Yeah.
in that kind of way. It's interesting.
White to move. Um,
White to move.
what do you think?
Uh, um, to give it a check, but knight h6. You can't do rook h6 because of queen f7, followed by a mate. Knight h6. G takes h6. Queen e6, f takes e6. Rook h8 check. Rook f8 check. King g7. Then what? Knight h6, rook h6. Oh, sorry, knight h6, gh6. Queen e6, f e6. Bishop h6. Too slow, I think. Maybe he'll play knight g7 in that position. Something like that. Rook f8 check, rook takes, pawn takes, king takes. Right?
Oh, how you start first?
Knight h6.
If rook takes, queen f7. If pawn takes,
Then queen e6,
pawn takes,
rook f8.
king g7.
See, that's the thing, is that's not working. And I tried bishop h6, that's too slow. Instead of playing rook f8, play bishop h6 first, but he has many moves, like knight g7, for example. There's gotta be something here. I don't know what it is though.
Hmm. What if you start with queen e6?
Queen e6, f takes e6. Then knight h6 check.
I don't think knight h6 works. I thought maybe knight d4, but knight d4 does not work either because of queen f1.
Hmm. What if knight d4 first? Then if e takes d4, then queen e6. And if queen f1, rook f1, and you can't take on e6 because of mate, right? Does that work? I think it works.
So,
Knight d4, I'll start with that move.
don't take,
Huh? What'd you
don't
say?
take.
Then I'll play queen e6.
Yeah, so that's the right sequence. Okay, so if here black takes on f1 does not really matter because you take on f1 and then checkmate on f8. However, I think you need to do more exercises, tactical ones.
Mm-hmm.
You need to improve it.
Yeah. My
Mm.
tactics are really bad. Clearly, you can see.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, Rafi, for today, let's end the lesson if no questions.
Yeah, that's good. No questions. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a
Oh,
nice day.
okay, you too. Yeah, I'll hit you up later. Thank you again.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye bye.